Welcome back to the T20 Daily here at Harbour Lights. I have with me this afternoon two distinguished gentlemen, West Indies international spinner Jomel Warrican and former ICC 2004 Champions Trophy winner Ryan Hinds. Gentlemen, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Fine, thank you, Jamal, and thanks for having me on this show.
Always a pleasure to have you around, bud. So, India, they had a dominating performance today against Afghanistan. We know how passionate the Indian fans are. Sam and George caught up with them after the game at the Kensington Oval.
Yeah, he's going to get us for World Cup, man.
The fans that follow India around the world, they are brilliant, aren't they? Second to the Caribbean fans. Ryan, you were at the game. Tell me about it.
I must say they really enjoyed it. They were at the ground, I would say, 2 hours before the match, and that speaks to how important the match was. And no surprise that India won the toss and decided to bat, and it was a big roar in the facility. And you must know that in terms of spectators, they were dominated by 80% India fans.
Well, Ashley Nurse's prediction, he was on the show with me the last show. He said that Sky would perform. How good was Sky today?
I thought after the first phase, the first block of 6 overs, Jamal, the Afghanistan team bowled well. For rookie, for me, who would be the find of the tournament, he was able to get the early breakthrough of Rohit Sharma. And then they tightened the screws a bit. They would have lost a couple of wickets, 82 for 3 after the first block of 10. And then Sky came in and batted beautifully along with Hardik Pandya. And it speaks to his quality because they were struggling last match, the last prelim match. And he scored a 58 not out. So it speaks to his value in the India team.
Okay, so Jomel, Team India, how far do you think they can go in the tournament?
I think India have the capability, or the players, as I should say, to take it all the way to the finals. They're a quality side, very good all-round side in terms of power hitting. Then they have the batsmen that could spend time on the wicket. Then they have the guys that could finish the innings as well. Then they have bowlers that are very effective in both formats. You know, you have a guy like Boomer walking and bowl Yorkers that will swing the ball. Then have the spinners as well. And in terms of feeling, they're very good as well. You know, so they have the full capability and full capacity to go all the way to the finals in terms of the quality of their team.
All right, so the quality of the team, indeed. I want to stay on Sky though, particularly his hitting over the top. Ryan again and Jomel, you were both there. How do you see it?
I see Sky as a difficult batter to bowl against because, as you know, Jamal, a guy who into modern coaching, the ability to play 360 cricket, which is sweep, reverse sweep, dink, hit through the field, over cover, extra cover, slug sweep. I mean, he has the lot. And guys like these in your team is an asset because they can change the course of the game in a matter of an over.
Well, we caught up with Raymon Reiffer, a guy you know well as well, at the Wanderers Club. And Sam actually did a masterclass with him on going over the top. Let's see how Raymond got on in that session.
Raymond, thanks so much for your time here today. We're going to pick your brains, especially about hitting over the top in white ball cricket.
Me, I just try to get slightly lower, just to get under the ball, to hit the ball like, over the top.
Yeah.
Just try to get into good, strong position.
And how, so is that premeditated? You're like, right, I see cover's a bit closer, maybe you want to go bang over the top, or how does that work for you?
Yeah, just work it out. Sometimes it depends on the bowler. If it's a off spinner, first base or target, if I'm trying to go over the top, is try to hit over cover for 6. That way, if I have to hit over long off from say, over cover to my wicket, it's pretty easy after that because to hit the ball over cover for 6, I need to keep my shape. So
Can you show me the shape you take when you're hitting over?
So then if I'm trying to hit the ball over the top, I'll start by trying to go this way because anything from there is pretty much a free swing.
Yeah.
So
you kind of lean that way?
Lean with my top hand and
so you lean
just going into the ball. So that would definitely help with, that would definitely help me to keep my shape as long as possible. And it helped me to time the ball as well, instead of trying to use too much power and losing my shape. So I could middle the ball.
Okay, so you're leaning into it, and then are you getting lower?
Yeah, so from batting, I'll chugger, but then when I'm about to hit the ball, I just go slightly lower and just go over.
Yeah. And what about mid-wicket?
Yeah, just stay and just use my hands.
Across the line?
Yeah.
Okay. And is there a difference when you're facing spin to pace?
Yeah, for pace, I actually like trigger back and across. For spin, I generally don't trigger, I just have a slight bend in my knees when I'm about to hit the ball. Yeah. For spin, I just try to stay as light on my feet as possible. So even if I want to go down the track, I could go from in that position. Or if sometimes, you know, a bowler could be ahead of you as well. So you don't just want to commit to going on the track. So, you know, even if his length is changed, I could generally just use my feet and just get into position as quick as possible to still hit the ball.
3 tips down the lens for young aspiring batters that want to hit over the top.
I'll say the most important thing is to watch the ball as long as possible. You need to keep your shape for as long as possible to middle the ball, and just try to not overhit the ball.
So we saw a masterclass in hitting over the top from Raymon Reiffer. Gentlemen, as a spinner, both of you are left arm orthodox. Who would have been some of the more difficult customers when it comes to going over the top? I'll start with the genuine spinner, Ryan. The genuine spinner, Jomel.
Just say probably 3 players that stood out in terms of going over the top. One like Christopher Henry Gill, Pant, and Nicholas Goran. Those 3 guys really stand out to me. I remember when I was in HBC in 2012, we had to play against the West Indies senior team. Same T20, and we had a practice game against West Indies, and Gill opened the batting. Carlos Bradley was the captain, and there was a stats going around that Gill hits left-hand spinners about 80 to 95% times for 6s. So when I had the bowling power play, I was more shocked, and called me. Was up for a challenge, but in the same time, you know, your heart beating fast, and you know this is a huge task, and he hit me for 28 in 1 over. So I always knew it was going to be difficult, but I was happy for the challenge, and I learned a lot from that.
Okay, so we're talking about modern day hitters. 3 left-handers, by the way.
Yeah.
So Ryan, could you take us back, take us into the archives, and tell me who some of those batters would have been for you?
Internationally, Kevin Peterson and CY were the 2 players that, for me, really stood out when I bowled at them, because Kevin Peterson, I go back with Kevin Peterson because in 2002, the West Indies 18, we played against him. He was just trying to find his feet, and I think he was playing for a county side at that time. And we played against him, and Solomon Ben was also on that trip too. And the way how he batted against Ben, and I could tell that this guy was always going to be a world beater. A few years later, he definitely turned into a world beater. But CY, I mean, this guy could be on 92. He was around on the pitch and hit you for 6. He believed in bringing up landmarks for 6s, and those players were really fearsome to bowl at, but also enjoyable to bowl at, because just admiring how they use their feet, how they're able to think ahead of the game as well, to think about what you're going to do. So I believe that once you loot the ball, they probably predict that you're going to pull it down. And they were that good, that the footwork were fast, and those players were outstanding, Jamal.
Yeah, the only thing I let the viewers know is that Ryan Hinds traditionally does not spin the ball, so it's not hard to
That's true.
premeditate what he does. But anyhow, so guys, in our edge-ledge competition, remember Abdullah from last show? He topped the leaderboard with 34. Sam was out and about again to see if we could find someone to top that.
Right, Deshaun, are you an edge ledge?
Not really sure the answer, but I just nick off a lot. So
You nick off a lot? Yeah, okay, you're an edge ledge then. So aim of the game, you've got 30 seconds to get as many taps on the edge of the bat as possible. If you drop it, you start again. Time, 52. Mate, straight top of the leaderboard again, that's bang bang. He's done you in, he's done you mate in. Are you an edge ledge? You are an edge ledge? Cool, well we'll find out. So, aim of the game, you've got 30 seconds to get as many taps on the side of the bat as possible. If you drop it, you got to go again, okay? No problem. Cool, on the count of 3, here we go. Do you want me to hold your phone? Do you want me to I'll hold your phone? Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. 7. 30. Time. 51.
51?
51.
How much did they get?
51.
Oh, the other man to get?
52. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. He's devastated. How do you feel?
Alright, man.
You feel like the real edge ledge?
I feel good. I feel good.
Happy? Okay, so
Happy.
there you go. Well
Good to see
done.
you.
Shout out to Deshaun. He's topped the leaderboard with 52. But we must pay special attention to that lad, Kemar Roach. Special shout out to him. He got 51. Come down to Harbour Lights every evening from 4 p.m. to see if you can top the edge ledge leaderboard. Early in the week, we caught up with West Indies fast bowler Kemar Roach to give his opinions on the T20 World Cup in the Caribbean and to get some predictions of who he thinks will be in the Final Four. So, T20 World Cup in the West Indies. What are your thoughts around that? How do you feel to have the T20 in our backyard, finals in Barbados, Kensington Oval?
To have it again in the Caribbean, obviously, you know the culture here, amazing. We are cricket fanatics, and you know we bring a culture that some of the tourists they love to see, the food, the dining, the beaches, the atmosphere. You know, it's a whole different feel from what we're accustomed to seeing in England and those places. But I think the World Cup in the Caribbean is a fantastic initiative, and I think hope we can get some more big tournaments here so we can portray our skills and obviously our infrastructure and then obviously our culture to the world.
Your prediction for the finals. Give me 4 and then give me 2.
Obviously, you cannot rule out England. So I'm going to say West Indies, England, Australia, India for the 4. Depending on how they lay, but I'm going to see an India-West Indies final in Barbados on the 29th of June.
I'm sure the tourist board would love to see that as well. I'm pretty sure. Yes. What a player Kemar Roach has been. The Barbados, Surrey, the West Indies, you name it. Any special memories of him, guys?
Yeah, started playing for Barbados at Kemar. You know, he was a senior guy and established guy as well. The comfort and the laughter he brings in the dressing room. That's one that I remember most about Kemar. Yeah, exactly, that laugh. So that thing that stands out to me more about Kemar, and being professional and looking to help the youngsters in terms of guiding the young fast bowlers and encouraging fast bowlers to learn and teach them the way how to learn the craft and everything, you know. So playing with Kemar is always a relaxed vibe, a laugh in the dressing room. Also when it's business time, it's time to get to the cricket. He's always ready for a challenge. He's always ready to help Barbados, West Indies move forward or play well or win a game.
That's the kind of guy he was. But guys, business time. England versus South Africa in St. Lucia. Pace versus pace. Batsmanship versus batsmanship. Your predictions?
My predictions, Jamal, I will have to go with England due to the fact that if you look at the consistent trend of the South African team, they haven't really kicked, collectively batted well. And England, reigning champions, I think they got it right against West Indies team. We're disappointed, but I mean, when you look at the quality of their side, their depth in their batting and their bowling, I mean, but cricket players on there, I will go with England for that one.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to England, basically because England have been touring the Caribbean more than any international team in the last 3 years now. So they have the experience of being in the Caribbean very often. So that's going to help them understand the conditions very well. And also, if we go pace for pace, I think the pace attack is way more experienced than South Africa. But I just think the quality right now, I will favor England just based on experience and the consistency as well.
I'll pick up on that one. Talk about the experience of the England team playing in Caribbean conditions, chasing down that total with 17. Let's not, the 17 balls left. Let's not forget the main architect of that destruction, Phil Salt, the guy who grew up somewhere around these lovely beaches here. I'm certainly cracking it like a West Indian. How good was he?
Oh, he was very special last night, you know. Even the game against Australia, when he and Butler got off to a very, very good start, he's always a danger man. The way he hits the ball, he's a West Indian. As you said, he's probably grew up in Barbados, went to school in Barbados, so he has that Caribbean flavor, that thing. So I think last night it shows that once he bats for a period of time, he's going to be very destructive and he's going to set the tone from England, and he could take a T20 game from you in a matter of balls.
Awesome, gentlemen. Thanks for joining me on the T20 Daily Show. We'll catch you guys here tomorrow, same time, same place.